Third lesson, chemical reactions and equations. In this lesson, we have to see chemical reactions, what is chemical equation, rules of writing a chemical reaction, balancing chemical equation, and types of chemical reactions. What are the types of molecules of elements and compounds? Molecules of elements and compounds. Which type? So we have to see that also. What is mean by valency of elements? Valency means combining capacity of the element or the outermost orbit electrons is the valency of the elements. What is the requirement for writing molecular formulae of different compounds? How are the molecular formulae of the compounds written? What is the requirement for writing molecular formulae of different compounds? And how are the molecular formulae of compounds written? In earlier standards, we have seen how compounds are formed by chemical combination of elements. Compounds are formed by chemical combinations of the elements. H2O is a compound. H2O, water. Water is compound made up of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, in 2:1 proportion. We have also learned that the driving force behind formation of a chemical bond is to attain an electronic configuration with a complete octet. The atoms attain a complete octet by giving, taking or sharing of electrons with each other. The atoms attain a complete octet by giving, taking or sharing of electrons. How octet is completed? Octet is completed by giving, taking or sharing of electrons with each other. You have seen that. To complete octet, what happens? NaCl, sodium chloride. Electronic configuration of Na is, atomic number is 11, 281. Cl, chlorine, 17 is the atomic number, 287. So, to complete an octet, chlorine needs? It takes because it is having 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So it wants 1 electron, yes or no? So 1 electron of sodium it is taking and completing its octet. In earlier standards, we have seen how compounds are formed by chemical combination of the elements. We have also learned that the driving force behind formation of a chemical bond is to attain an electronic configuration with a complete octet. The atoms attain a complete octet by giving, taking or sharing of electrons with each other. Chemical reaction. What is chemical reaction? Some of the scientists of the 18th, 19th century carried out fundamental experiments on chemical reactions. They proved from their experiments that during chemical reaction, composition of the matter changes and that change remains permanent. The composition of matter changes during a chemical reaction. What happens? Composition of matter changes and change remains permanent. Whatever the products are formed, those are permanent products. On the contrary, during physical change, only the state of matter changes, and this change is often temporary in nature. What happens in physical changes? Physical changes, what happens? State of matter changes, means when we give heat to water, steam is formed. Again, if we cool steam, we will get water again. Yes or no? Those are the physical changes. States of matter, states of water changes, and this change is often temporary. This change is temporary change. In physical changes are temporary changes, but during chemical reaction, chemical changes occur, and they are the products which are formed are permanent. Understood? Now next we are going to see one table is given over here. So that table we are going to see, identify physical and chemical changes from the phenomenon given in the following table. So one table is given here, phenomena are also given, reactions are also given, transformation of ice into water, it is given, transformation of ice into water. Which change is seen here? Ice turns into water. Ice is solid, water is liquid. So ice changes to water, this change is physical change. Yes or no? Because physically ice changes into the water, means solid turns into water. Cooking of food. In cooking of food, which change is seen? When food cooks, at that time it changes. Yes or no? Chapati is made. How? When wheat grain is crushed, flour is formed, and we make dough, and from dough what we do? We make chapatis, we roast. Yes or no? Chapatis, we bake them, and what happens? Chapati is made. So it is a chemical change, means when a product is formed, it never turns into again element. Yes or no? After formation of chapati, again you will not get flour. Will you? No. Why? Because once it is made, means made, never be changes. So chemical changes seen in cooking of food. In ripening of fruit, from rot food we get ripened fruit. Yes or no? From rot mango, what we get? Ripened mango. Yes or no? Which change is seen over there? We can see physical change. Green color changes into yellow color. Physical change we can see. But actually this change is related with chemical change. Because if a fruit is ripened, again do not turn into, if fruit is ripened, again it does not turn into rot fruit. Yes or no? So this change is chemical change. Milk turn into curd. Milk. When milk is turned into curd, again we don't get milk. Yes or no? Once a curd is formed, which change is seen over there? Chemical change. Evaporation of water. When water is evaporated, what happens? Steam is formed, vapor is formed. But when we cool vapor, we get water again. So this change is physical change. Milk turn into curd is chemical change. Evaporation of water is physical change. Digestion of food in the stomach. When we eat food, the food goes into the through alimentary canal into stomach. Acids are there in the stomach. The food is digested. Yes or no? When food is digested, at that time which change is seen over there? Physical change or chemical change? Once it is digested, means it never, we didn't get back chapati or rice. Yes or no? So once it has digested, means it has digested and nutrients are formed. It is turned into simple nutrients. Yes or no? So chemical change is seen there. Size reduction of naphtha balls exposed to air. When naphthalene balls are exposed to air, what happens? The size of the balls reduces, decreases. Yes or no? Why? Because it is sublimation is seen over there. Directly it never goes into liquid. It directly goes to gaseous state. Yes or no? So size reduction is seen in the naphtha balls when it is exposed into the air, and never we will get the naphtha ball again. That is why this change is related with chemical change. Staining of Shahabad or Kadapa tile. Some common phenomenon we have seen now. Understood? Do the following activities in a group of friends. Take help of your teacher wherever necessary. Apparatus, thermometer, evaporating dish, tripod stand, funnel, Bunsen burner, etc. is given. Chemicals, limestone powder, copper sulfate, CuSO4, calcium chloride, CaCl2, potassium chromate, K2Cr2O3, zinc dust, Zn, sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, phthalic anhydride. This has taken as a chemical. Procedure: carry out the activities 1 to 5 as given below. Read and record the temperatures in the activities. Take a spoonful of limestone powder in an evaporating dish. Heat it strongly on a high blue flame. Add zinc dust into copper sulfate solution. Add potassium chromate K2CrO4 solution to barium sulfate BaSO4 solution. What first of all you have to take? Limestone powder, then you have to add zinc into copper sulfate solution, potassium chromate solution to barium sulfate solution BaSO4, add sodium carbonate solution to calcium chloride solution and phthalic anhydride in the evaporating dish. Close the ends of the stem of a funnel with a cotton plug. Keep this funnel inverted on the evaporating dish. Heat the evaporating dish on the tripod stand and slowly on a low flame. What did you observe in the funnel during heating? So record the observation of all the activities. What did you find? Actually, you have to do this in the laboratory. Yes or no? So that you could tell the answer. Otherwise, you can't. Understood, no? So this observation table with reference to the activities 1 to 5 is given. Color change, gas release, temperature change and nature of change. So everything it is given. Observe and keep a record of physical and chemical changes that you experience in your daily life. A physical change takes place due to change in the parameters such as temperature, pressure. Often a physical change is reversible. Physical change is reversible. Reversible means again the elements can get. Once means if reaction has taken place, again you will get the elements back. The composition of matter remains the same in the physical change. The composition of matter remains same in physical change. For example, ice is transformed into water on heating and water is transformed into ice on cooling. Ice is transformed into water on heating and water is transformed into ice on cooling. On the contrary, if the composition of matter changes during a process, then it is called a chemical change. If the composition of matter changes during a process, it is called as chemical change. In physical change, composition of matter do not change, but composition of matter changes during a chemical change. In physical change, composition never changes, means it doesn't change. When we call a particular process or phenomenon as a chemical change, some chemical reactions are taking place into concerned matter. A chemical reaction is a process in which some substances undergo bond breaking and are transformed into new substances. What happens in chemical reaction? In chemical reactions, the substances undergo bond breaking and then transformed into new substances by formation of new bonds. The substances taking part in chemical reaction are called reactants. What is reactant? The substances which are taking part in chemical reaction are called as reactants, whereas the substances formed as a result of chemical reaction by formation of new bonds, they are called as products. So in a chemical reaction, what you have seen, it is a process. Chemical reaction means, what is the definition of chemical reaction? Chemical reaction is a process in which some substances undergo bond breaking and are transformed into new substances by formation of new bonds. What are reactants? The substances which are taking part in chemical reaction are called reactants. What are products? The substances formed as a result of chemical reaction by formation of new bonds are called products. For example, formation of carbon dioxide gas by combustion of coal in air is a chemical reaction. What is chemical reaction? Formation of carbon dioxide gas by combustion of coal in air is a chemical reaction. When coal is a combustible. Combustible means when coal ignites, what happens? Carbon dioxide gas is formed, smoke is formed, yes or no? Burning of coal. Combustion means burning. When after burning of coal, which gas is formed? Carbon dioxide gas. So it is a chemical reaction. We never get carbon dioxide back into coal. No. The reaction stops over there. Once a product is formed, means formed. Again we do not get reactant, coal. In this reaction, coal means carbon and oxygen from the air are the reactants, while carbon dioxide is a product. How the reaction would write? Carbon plus oxygen, C plus O2 gives out CO2. CO2 means carbon dioxide gas. So who is product? Carbon dioxide gas. Who are reactants? Carbon and oxygen. They are reactants. The substances who take part in chemical reaction are called reactants. So in this case, in this reaction, who are reactants? Who takes part in chemical reaction? Carbon and oxygen. They are reactants. And who are products? Carbon dioxide. CO2. A chemical reaction is represented by writing a chemical equation. Always we have to write down chemical reaction. Yes or no? So, chemical reaction always represented by writing a chemical equation. Chemical equation. Let us first look at a chemical reaction. In the activity 2, a colorless solution of zinc sulfate is formed on addition of zinc dust to the blue solution of copper sulfate. Copper sulfate, CuSO4. Zinc sulfate, ZnSO4. What is the color of zinc sulfate? Colorless. What is the solution of copper sulfate solution? Blue colored. The chemical reaction can be written as, what equation is given here? Aqueous solution of copper sulfate plus zinc dust gives out aqueous solution of zinc sulfate and copper is displaced. And it has given one number to this reaction. In this way, simple way, representing a chemical reaction in words. The chemical reaction is written in words. So it is known as word equation. A word equation can be written in a further condensed form by using chemical formulae as follows. CuSO4 plus Zn gives out ZnSO4 plus Cu. This is equation number 2. Word equation directly changed into formulae. Copper sulfate, CuSO4. Zinc dust, Zn. CuSO4 plus Zn gives out ZnSO4 plus Cu. This is second equation. The representation of a chemical reaction in a condensed form using chemical formulae is called as chemical equation. What is chemical equation? Chemical equation means representation of chemical reaction in condensed form. Word equation in word format it has given. But when chemical reaction is written in condensed form using chemical formulae. CuSO4 is a chemical formula of copper sulfate. ZnSO4 is a chemical formula of zinc sulfate. Zn is zinc and Cu means copper. When CuSO4 and Zn reacts with each other, what is formed? ZnSO4 plus Cu. They are formed. Understood? So this reaction, in this reaction, with chemical formulae, the reaction is given. Now we are going to see CuSO4 plus Zn. And now similarly what we have given to make a chemical equation more informative, physical state of the reactions are indicated in the equation. Only CuSO4 you have written, it is not enough for that. What we have to write down? Their states we have to write down. Gaseous, solid, liquid, aqueous. These states should write over there. CuSO4. It is in liquid state. So, after CuSO4, aqueous state means it is formed in aqua. Aqua means water. So, Aq is given here. Plus Zn. Zn is in solid state. So, S is written. CuSO4 plus Zn gives out ZnSO4 plus Cu. ZnSO4 again it comes in aqueous. And Cu is solid Cu. So, S is written in front of Cu. So, to make the chemical equation more informative, what we should add there? We should add the physical states of the reactants as well as the products. Yes or no? If a product is formed in soluble solid in the form of precipitate, then instead of solid, it can be indicated by arrow downward, pointing downward. When reactants and products are in the form of solution in water, they are said to be present in aqueous solution state. The state is indicated by putting the letters aqueous in brackets after their formula. Thus the equation 2 is rewritten as equation shown in the below. CuSO4 in front of CuSO4 aqueous is given state plus Zn. Solid state is given in front of it. And there in the product ZnSO4 which is in aqueous state representing aqueous in the bracket of before the ZnSO4 plus Cu, S is written over there. Fourth one, when heat is to be given from outside to bring about a reaction, it is indicated by the sign triangle. When heat is to be given from outside to bring about the reaction. To bring about the reaction, when heat is given, means when heat we supply heat, then on the arrow which is in between the LHS and RHS side, LHS reactant side, RHS product side, LHS and RHS, in between LHS and RHS, arrow is given, yes or no? When heat is supplied, we have to draw a triangle on the arrow. For example, the reaction is given CaCO3 which is in solid state gives out CaO plus CO2. CaO solid and CO2 carbon dioxide gas. Similarly, the fact that heat is released during the reaction between the aqueous solution of copper sulfate, zinc dust is indicated as follows. If in this reaction heat is given out, now where to write down heat? Heat should be written on the product side at the end. For example, here CuSO4 plus Zn gives out ZnSO4 plus Cu plus heat. With their states, we have to write the equation, and this is equation number 5. It is necessary to fulfill certain conditions like specific temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. to bring about some reactions. So, what is needed to bring about the reaction? Some physical conditions like specific temperature, pressure, catalyst. They are required. These conditions are indicated below or above the arrow indicating the direction of the reaction. For example, the reaction of a vegetable oil takes place at the temperature of 60 degrees Celsius with hydrogen gas in presence of nickel catalyst and is written as follows. The reaction of vegetable oil takes place at temperature of 60 degree with hydrogen gas. Vegetable oil at 60 degrees Celsius, if we heat it with hydrogen gas in presence of nickel catalyst, it is written as follows. How vegetable oil, which is in liquid state, so write down liquid state in front of it, plus hydrogen gas. What is the formula of hydrogen gas? H2. So G is written in front of it, gives out vanaspati ghee, which is in solid state in the at 60 degrees Celsius in the presence of nickel catalyst. So what is catalyst? Catalyst which speeds up the reaction but never changes. You will not see any change in catalyst. Understood? So sixth one, special information or names of reactants or products are written below their formulae. For example, copper on reaction with concentrated nitric acid gives reddish colored poisonous nitrogen dioxide gas. Cu plus 4HNO3 gives out CuNO3 twice plus 2NO2 plus H2O. Which reaction? Here who are reactants which are placed at the left hand side? LHS. Cu and HNO3 means nitric acid. Cu means copper, which are in concentrated state. Copper with nitric acid. What is formed? Copper nitrate is formed and nitrogen dioxide gas is formed and water is formed. However, on reaction with dilute nitric acid, the product form is nitric oxide gas. 3CuS plus 8HNO3 aqueous, which has taken it dilute state, gives out CuNO3 twice, which is in aqueous state, plus 2NO. 2NO nitric oxide plus 4H2O and gives 8. So this we have seen up to 6 points. We have seen now how to write a chemical reaction. Now we are going to see next activity, the reaction of sodium chloride with silver nitrate tomorrow.